I've thought a lot about the traffic as I've been out and around in Riverside. It's been incredibly busy. It's not slack. It's like people are going everywhere. And I'm thinking, keep seeing these pictures of New York City, of Paris, France, of downtown Los Angeles, of San Francisco with empty, vacant streets. These massive cities looking like ghost towns, yet Riverside's going nonstop. Then it occurred to me, just as there are essential and non essential jobs, there are essential and non essential cities. And you see, Riverside is an essential city. The other cities, you can put a lot of stuff on hold in life. But where the workers live, hard to put the workers on hold. The workers are what keep the world going. And here in Riverside, we've got a whole bunch of workers, and they've been putting themselves at risk day in and day out to keep our hospitals going, to keep our urgent care centers going, to keep our doctors' offices going, to keep our stores going, to keep so many different businesses going that are considered essential to our economy. So our roads are still busy because people are still working because we're essential to that which is happening in America today, even in times of crisis. Here at the church, as I'm getting ready to leave, the phone rang and people working here, and it's because we're essential, even when we're trying to be separate from each other and protecting ourselves. I think so many of us in this time, as we've heard things talked about as essential and non-essential, we've questioned our own being and our own, who am I? Am I marginalized in all of this? Am I essential? Is what I'm doing essential to the core of the nation during this time? And I want you to know, you are so incredibly essential to the heart of God. You are so incredibly essential to the heart of your community, and you are essential to what we're doing as a nation today as we come into this time of healing. Your ability to look out for someone who's lonely, your willingness to stop and go into a store and grab some toilet paper, to grab some hands. If you find hand sanitizer, grab that for me. Debbie really wants some. Just to grab the things that you need, and then to be willing to open up your heart and share them. I didn't read the op-ed piece that I saw today, but I liked the title of it, so I'll try to read it later. It said this: the horror films had it all wrong. When the virus struck, it didn't turn us into monsters. It turned us into neighbors. And I like that transformative thought. This virus that's come, it's not going to turn us into monsters. It's going to turn us into neighbors. It's going to take us away from the mediocre lives that we had taken for granted and bring us to a spot of absolutely miraculous thinking. Because today and alone in the United States, over 700 people lost their lives to the virus. Last night, a friend called just asking if maybe I could get through to the hospital to find out about the condition of her father. I couldn't get through. The hospital blocking everyone. They weren't able to be there, and while her mom and she waited for the condition, her father slipped into eternity. I heard a doctor talking about it this morning, not this man particularly, but he said it's been brutal. He said every 6 hours he's allowed to call and give families an update. And he says it makes him want to cry because he thinks it must be horrible to wait 6 hours without being able to see your loved one and to know what the update is. Friends, there are people who are all alone in apartments right now. Over 12 million Americans over the age of 65. There are people who are struggling without toilet paper, who are struggling without food, who are struggling to wonder what's going to happen with my job next. If you know how to help them, reach out and help them. If you know what to do, make yourself essential. If you know how to make sure that someone's not lonely, pick up your phone, call them up, say, hey, I was thinking about you, and then tell them a joke. Tell them this one. Say, hey, can we start taking showers now, or are we still just washing our hands? Tell them something simple like that. Connect. And you'll become not only essential, but you'll become vital to helping them make it to the next day. Hey, God bless you. Be so much more than mediocre. Be the miracle. This is going to be a hard week, according to what all the scientists, doctors, and the president say. Let's do our best to bring hope through the heartbreak. be the miracle. I want to be the miracle with you.